Hi everybody, it's me, Plantain Charlene, and today's video, I wanted to feature my Hoya collection. And before we move on to the plants in this video, I wanted to always say thank you to everyone and anyone who has chosen to click on my video and watch it. Please make sure you comment below because again, I do enjoy seeing what your comments are, what you think of my plants or the video on a whole. You can share this video if you think someone will appreciate the content. Always like the video. I always appreciate when you guys like my video because it does help my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. There's absolutely no pressure. And of course, click the bell to know when a new video has posted. Again, no pressure. So like I said, this video is about my Hoya collection, and I have to say I am proud how I've grown my Hoya collection, just like my last video of my Aglaonema collection. So let's start with the first plant, which is this beauty here, the Hoya macrophylla. I may, okay, what's that, I may? I might or may know the names of my Hoya way better than my Aglaonema collection. So you'll hear me say the name if I know it. Anyway, this one was featured in a video of new plants that I had purchased over the spring or summertime. I found a plant store in Brooklyn and I was so excited. Anyway, what I will say about this one in particular, since I purchased it, it has done this little thing here, which this video will hopefully show you what I'm talking about, where it's intertwined within itself. It has pushed out several new leaves since I've gotten it. I think that almost every leaf on this stem, if not half, well, this is two stems because it is intertwined here, but you can see that's, well, anyway, it's pushed out about a lot of leaves. And I had this plant before. It was fine. It started doing it started pushing out some nice new leaves and everything, though I did struggle with it for some reason down the end. I had it for a few years before it went downhill and just died. One thing I don't think I remembered to do, which was repot it. I do have a tendency to forget to repot my plants, and they will live in their grow pot for years, and until either I see roots growing out of the bottom or my brain kicks in and says the plant doesn't look good, it could be a root bound situation or whatever, if I don't see any pests, blah blah blah. So I learned my lesson from that one, and the one thing I will be doing is getting trellises for these, because I've seen several people put theirs on trellises, and I think it looks so cute, the round ones, which Ernest did make some for me out of a what do you call that, a wire hanger. And what I did was put some electric tape and then wrapped it in saran wrap, and then put more electric tape to hold the saran wrap in place here. It's not the most professional look, though it works, because the metal is going to go into the soil, get watered, it could rust, mess with the plant, the roots in the soil, blah blah blah. So I tried to prevent that with the electric tape, and I wrapped it a lot. If I have the video still, I'll put it in this video somewhere. Anyway, yeah, I want to put them more on trellises. So this one, because it's looking to wrap itself around something right now, I'm going to do that eventually. I just have to figure out the size, and I'm looking up to see where I have it planted. Will the larger one that Ernest made for me fit and otherwise I'll have to change where this plant goes. So that is my first Hoya, my Hoya macrophylla, however you pronounce it. This is it. Yay, look at all of that. Woo! Alrighty, and my next Hoya is this. Beauty right here. Now I will say I have two of these, but they're not the same. I just don't know which is which. One is I think Shepherdii or whatever, and the other is a Wetty Eye or something like that. They look very similar, and the thing about the way this grows that I love is the hanging. It's just so cute. It took a long time too. Even though this is not a slow growing plant, it's not a super fast growing plant, though it's not a slow growing plant. And I will say I am proud of this. I have several peduncles. Okay, there's one right there. There's another right there. And there's some all over the different stems. The flowers are the blooms are very small, or at least they have been for me. Though you see there's a lot of stems with nothing happening other than the peduncle. That's why I will never cut it, because the peduncles are on here. So they're all over the place. Okay, it's hard to see this little one, but again, this video, hopefully I will properly show what it looks like. And I'm gonna get the other one just so you guys can see the difference between the two. Oh, sorry, my thing is turning. Anyway, this is the other one. This one I bought from Plantarina. Shout out to Plantarina again, because I know that she no longer sells her plants. But I have several plants that I've purchased. Okay, maybe I said had because a few of them are no longer here. Let's just say I've purchased several from her. So anyway, sorry. This is one, this is the other. So you can see the leaf lengths are different. This one, the leaves are longer, maybe just a little slimmer versus these. And again, I will try to put that to the side of me so you can see. And it grows, I see a difference. Oh, there is, you see this one, see the edges? See that it's a little dark around the edges? Because if this gets the right light, when a new leaf comes in, it comes in with some color in it, like a deep dark burgundy, maybe even a deep pink or something. And this one does not have anything, it's just green. So see the comparison. Again, you can see that the leaves here are longer than this one. If you guys know which is which, please let me know, because honestly, I may not have said the right name for one of them altogether. So, but how both of them grow is very, I'm just trying to see if this one has any peduncles. It doesn't. And I believe I had this one longer than this one. And this one was much fuller. I don't know what happened. It was so thick and bushy. And I don't know. No, I do know. I needed to repot it, and I still have it. And a lot of the leaves and the stems were drying up and just not receiving the water. And I kept overwatering it because I kept thinking, oh, it just needs to get more water. This one used to be a lot thinner, and this one has gotten thicker. I just wanted to still be a little more full. I think like if those stems that are missing leaves on it but have peduncles had more leaves, this would definitely be more full and bushier. So either way, I love them both. I love me a Hoya, and I'll get to that on about the blooms. So that's 2 in 1, guys, 2 in 1. Shepherdii and or a witty eye or something eye. Okay? Thank you if you let me know down below. Thank you. That's why I need the comments. Bye. Alrighty, and the next Hoya is this cutie patootie. I don't know the name of it. I think I ordered it from ordered it online from Pistol's Nursery, and I can't remember. Yikes, I don't remember. Anyway, I wanted to put her on a trellis as well. She's probably my newest Hoya that I can think of off the top of my head. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself, but I believe she is my newest Hoya, and she's living in her little 3 or 4 inch pot, and she fits perfectly inside my little pot here, my cash pot, however you pronounce it. She has a new leaf coming there. Again, I'm gonna try and put all of this over here, and I just really like her because she, you know, this is okay. Let me just step back a little. The thing about Hoyas that I really like is their vining factor, and the fact of when you put it on the trellis, it just, I don't know, it just looks really cute depending on the trellis. I don't like all the trellises. I like the round and the oval, you know, whether it's oval this way, landscape or portrait. You know, I think it looks so cute. I don't know what it is. And then if it blooms, it's like, oh, yay, really cute, you know? So I find Hoyas to be very easy to care for. It's really not a lot I feel I've had to, do to care for them. As long as I remember to water them, they're in the right, like I'm looking at the back of this leaf because I see some kind of, you know, I don't know what that is. It looks like a variegation going on. There's really not much going on with this. There's a little bit of, I just love when a battery, I'm sorry, not a battery, but a memory runs out of space. I had no idea that my phone was so full. So I had to take some time to make some space. Anyway, this Hoya is just a cutie. Like I said, there seems to be some type of variegation or something. 'Cause on the camera, it probably, actually to the eye too, I was going to say it probably doesn't look good. I am noticing more from the back of the leaf that there's a dark trimming around the edge of the leaves. So if anyone knows the name of this plant, please comment below and let me know. And I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, the next Hoya is my Hoya obovata Splash, which you would not know that there's Splash, maybe looking at that leaf. From the time that I received this, sorry, I got something on my eye. From the time I received this plant, it was bare rooted. It did not come in soil, and so I just kept it that way. So it's been living in here. The water is very dark because of all the algae that builds up and a lot of roots. I put 2 other plants in here with it. One was a Trubii, and I don't remember what the other one was, and the only one that survived was my Hoya. Now you can see there's some peduncles. Again, hopefully this video on the side will help you see. I don't know what's on my eyelash. It'll help you see the peduncles. This has flowered for me a few times. It took years before it flowered, and I have to say all 4 peduncles, because I believe there's 4 on here, have not flowered at the same time. It's one and then the flowers will fall off. Actually, was it this one? No, it was a different one. Anyway, they have not all flowered at one time, which I think would be so cute. Actually, I think only 2 of them have flowered, though the peduncle actually grew, but no flower or bloom actually happened. So hopefully with time, it will do that. And I know come the spring of next year, I am definitely going to put this in soil, which is going to be a shameless plug right now for my Oh Happy Plants soil discount that you guys can get. Yes, I'm kind of late saying this in the video, though. If you look down below in the description area, there is a, sorry, somebody's coming through, a a a discount code for Oh Happy Plants soil. I can tell you guys that I really believe in this soil because there's so many good things about it. There's micro something, another word. There's so many different things, and since I've planted several of my plants in it, because I get the different soil mixes. They have stuff for calatheas, for alocasias, for Hoyas, for dracaenas, for monsteras and philodendrons. I mean, there's, you know, succulents. It's so many different mixes, and the beauty of it is that you can create your own mix. You can use the current soil you have and just add some of the different things that she offers to grow your plants. Honestly, guys, seriously, it really, really is good. And I'm happy that I found it. And I've been using Oh Happy Plants since. I don't buy any other soil to grow my plants in. And if I wasn't so lazy, every plant would have been repotted in it already, though I am lazy. So anywho, going back to this, I will be replanting this Hoya in soil next year so that it can really take off, because I've noticed that the leaves are not as dark green and the splashes are not coming as they used to. Like really and then, you know, you can see this, which is the most recent leaf, and it may not be done growing. It's a little deformed. There's no pest that I can see, and it's smaller than the others. You know, you can see, let me try and turn this around. You can see that the size of the leaves prior are much bigger than that little one there, and they have more of a oval, not oval, round shape to them, most of them. This was another one that came in a little weird shaped in the beginning. This one as well. This one is giving me a different, oh gosh, I can't remember what the name of the Hoya is, because of, you see how it's kind of flat-ish on the bottom. At the top, it's not like rounded off. But anyway, yeah, that's this Hoya obovata. So I'm gonna move on to the next plant because this video is gonna get too long. Alrighty, and this one, the Kerrii, the Hoya Kerrii, is my next beauty of a Hoya. I love how this is growing. I just love that it's all going in one direction, and I don't even want anything to go right here. I like that it's going, whether you look at it this way, which means it's going to my right. If I turn it this way, then it's going to my left. It's going forward, it's going backwards. Anyway, just look at how cute that is. Look at, it looks like a 4-leaf clover, right? It's just so cute. I love it. This is not the variegated one, as you can see. And there was one that grew almost exactly the shape of a heart. Like if you had heart drawing skills, you know, where you get both sides even, because I don't. One is always fatter or longer than the other. This leaf was like a perfect heart, and eventually it did fall off. So that's okay. This one is probably the closest. Look how pretty. That's so pretty. If I do get it over here as well, you'll be able to see that better. It's been, now I'm gonna say, excuse me, oh, I'm such a lady. When I potted this originally, that right there, this stem, was in the center. Over time, it just started leaning and leaning and leaning, and this is the result. I did not want to fix it. This is the Hoya that I thought was the last one that when it bloomed for me, it just kept reblooming a bloom within the bloom. And if I have a picture or a video of that, I will share it over here as well. It was so tiny, I didn't even notice it at first. So I only have one peduncle on it. And like I said, that one peduncle was like, don't worry about it. I'm just going to keep giving you bloom after bloom after bloom. It bloomed all summer into, I think, early fall. Sometime in September it stopped. And I was just so impressed because I've had this Hoya for about 5 or more years, no bloom. And then when they finally did bloom, it was just giving me constant bloom from probably late spring throughout the whole summer into early fall. I was impressed. It's just highly impressed. So there is something growing right here. I don't know what that is. It looks a little weird. At first I thought it was a new leaf pushing out, though it's been about 3-4 weeks and it hasn't changed in size or anything, which then makes me think it's not a new leaf. So anyway, that's my lucky charm, my Hoya Collection, darlings. Yes. Okay, my next Hoya is this little cutie. Look at her. She is I can't remember what her name is, but she is a variegated one. When her leaves grow, they are nice deep red. And if I excuse me, if I find that, I will put it over here on the side as well. The negative that's going on with her right now is that all these spots you see there, those nodes, were once leaves. And you know, she grows kind of fast. She grows quickly. Though I feel like every time I get 2 new leaves, I'll lose 1 or more. And you know, you can see all of this space in here. Now she's looking a little leggy. I should have cut her down before the fall came, like at the end of the summer, and kind of rooted it and eventually put those cuttings inside of here so that this can be fuller. But I still have, not but, I try not to say but. You'll hear me say that a lot. Try not to say but. And put it back. And I can still do that come the spring. She's, you know, doing well regardless. So I feel like I still have a chance. I'm not, you know, it's not too late per se. It may be too late this year to do it. I prefer not to. I'll just wait for maybe late winter, you know, beginning of March, and then do that and see what she does. So she'll have time to root, and by, you know, mid-spring maybe I'll have nice roots where I can repot her back in. And now I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, so remember I told you the hubby made a trellis. This is Charlene's version of putting it on the trellis. Now, I am no professional. I love arts and crafts, but arts and crafts does not love me. I don't like this here, so I'm going to try and see if I can find something that's clear that I can put here so that you don't see that. In the meantime, though, it is serving its purpose. You can see some hanging back here. I really, you know, I was so busy. Oh, yay, let me just put that in. And I didn't really do a great job with wrapping it. Then I broke a piece and, you know, whatever. Look, you see that? That's the job of someone who doesn't take the time. Don't be like me, kids. Make sure you put your full attention to something and not half behind it. Okay? Anyway, in the meantime, in between time, she's all right, you know. This is working for me, and with time, as she grows, I'll check back with her in the spring of 24. As I'm talking, I'm looking at how bad of a job I did, because this really could have been closer. And anyway, I'll check back with her and see how she's doing, because when I first received this plant, I got this one from Soil Vibes, and she was not looking great at the beginning. You know, when I bought her home, she was fine. Okay, let me start over. When I got her, she was fine. When I bought her home, she was not looking great. She took some time to acclimate to my home. Though when she did, she really started to take off. If I know I don't have, well, I don't know, but if I do, I'll put it here, what she looked like when I first got her. She's in her original grow pot. There are little roots that grew out the bottom, but I didn't repot her. I didn't think she really needed it. Probably in the spring, I'll repot her in some Oh Happy plant soil, and then rewrap this properly. Probably ask Ernest to do a bigger one, because I really think that this grows pretty fast. So I don't want it to be too long, and then I took the time to do all of this. And then when I repot, it's going to be in a bigger pot. So I'm definitely going to have him, ask him to create a larger one for me. A few of them. Since, you can do some wire hangers. It's inexpensive, right? You have some wire hangers and you can create a trellis. So, oh, and what is the name of this? It's some type of Dashidia something. And this, you can see, hopefully it was over here, but just in case, you can see the variegation on it. So, yay. Moving on to the next plant. Okay, so my next one is my Hoya Crimson Queen. Now, I think I've had her maybe the longest. I've had her nothing less than 7 years, maybe 8, and she finally bloomed for me. I will put that in front of my face so you can just look at her while I show you the bloom. I did do an ode to the bloom because, it was special. It's my largest bloom out of all of my Hoyas, and it is the largest Hoya that I have. I have never repotted this plant in all the years, hence what I said before about me and repotting plants. And I don't know if I even want to repot it, because, she's been doing fine. You can see this vine over here. What I love about this is when the new leaves come in, that it's a cream color, and then it turns into a pink. It's like a white cream, and then it turns into this nice, beautiful pink, and then it goes into the regular green with the cream around the outside. So, yeah, she is, she's doing fine. She's grown nicely. She has some length to her. So I will turn this around so you guys can see it better, because I'm not going to do an overview thingy other than the bloom. Okay, so here is one of those leaves I was saying when it comes in. Here's a few more. It's this nice creamy kind of white color, and then it'll turn a pink similar to how this color of the stem is, and then it'll go into the green. I think I have 2, maybe 3 peduncles on it. This is one. This might have been the original one, and the bloom was such a nice size. Here's why I know I probably do need to repot it, because you see how wrinkled that looks. That's a sign of something's not drinking up the water properly. So I did notice that several of the leaves start to look like that, and then I'll have some, okay, one just fell, some nice dead leaves like this over the years. So one of these days I will repot it, though once I do that it will not be able to live here anymore because I believe it's already in a 6 or 8 inch pot. So I will need to rethink where this plant will live once I do that, which is part of the reason why I've never ever repotted it. You see that? Okay, let's see if I can hold that in place. Ah, got it. See how it's got that pink around the edges? But I can say that it'll be all pink and then the green eventually comes. So, and I have several new leaves coming throughout this plant. This plant is just, it's happy. So that's why I don't want to touch it. I really don't. That's my Hoya Crimson Queen. Okay, my next Hoya is another one that I put on the trellis that Ernest had created for me. This one, I don't remember the name. I believe I also purchased this from Pistol's Nursery. I know that the name has black in it based on the, see the edging? I'll put it over here. And it's, when the new leaves come in, it's very, very dark. And then eventually it turns this green, or is it the other way around? It either comes in green and turns dark, or it comes in dark and turns green. Yeah, so it's a decent grower as far as speed goes as well. It's like the same old thing when you get these type of Hoyas that have these nice thick leaves. That's kind of a dead giveaway. One of the ways that you can figure out if it's time to water them, you see that's firm. If it was in need of some water, like dire need of water, I would have been able to bend that, like fold it. So when even pressing it, you know, I can feel how firm it is. And the speed of growth is, like I said, decent. You can see though, the leaf lengths have changed over time. This one here is a little smaller compared to this one, which is definitely longer. I really don't know why. Maybe it's because of where I moved it from. I don't know. This one does have a peduncle somewhere. This is probably the one I've had the second shortest of time compared to my little cutie patootie one. And this one has already bloomed for me in such a short window because I got it this year. So I was very impressed with that. This is another one though that I have forgotten to water several times, where I'll end up with these little crunchy leaves that fall off. So as long as I remember to water these plants, they do very well. I have had no pest on any of them, knock on wood. I know that they probably can get pests. I don't know which ones they are, but I'm expecting the basics of either thrips, aphids, spider mites, mealybugs. So maybe even whitefly. I don't know. I never had whiteflies. I've only had the other, no, never had aphids. I've had thrips, mealybugs, and spider mites. I do believe one time I had scale on one plant and I tossed it. I'm not even trying to fight that. That one right there, the plant will just be tossed. That one freaks me out more than mealybugs do, okay? So anyway, I've never had any plant pest problems with any of my Hoyas, and I do pray that it stays that way. So that is my Hoya something, I don't remember the name. So just real fast, I'm looking at a new leaf here and it's pretty dark. So I think it comes in dark. and then eventually turns the green. Okay, don't judge me. This is either my oldest or second oldest. Either I got this one or my Hoya Crimson Queen first. This one has gone through it. Yeah, and it still is. I think I featured it in another video. I don't know. I refuse to toss it. I just refuse. I never knew the name as I'm doing this video. The leaves are just falling off. Look how pretty the leaves can be. The variegation is really pretty. Now, honestly, I don't know if that's like not the way it's supposed to look, because, you know, this is much lighter compared to this area as far as the color. But you see, it's different parts. Now, that could be my lack of care of properly. Let me say that again. That could be me not properly caring for it. So my lack of care, because I forget to water this one too. Hence all of this blankness between leaves, because they have fallen off from drying out. And just, you know, though this Hoya was the first Hoya that bloomed for me. And when it bloomed, it just kept blooming. So you see this area. Yeah, I'm seeing how bad this plant looks. And then I see, oh, look, see, there's a peduncle. There's like 20 peduncles on this plant. All the years of all it went through, it still will push out a bloom every now and again. So this side is looking real bad, and so is all of this. Oh, you see what I'm saying? It's just, ugh, I need to, wait a minute. Oh, it broke. I was about to say, is that a mealybug? No, that's the sap. Anyway, I'm just gonna put that back up there for now. Try and scrape my hand off of the sap. I'm gonna move on from this one because, ta-da, she's not looking great. So she, you know, she tried to show up, and I'm not helping her look great. Come on, move out the way. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna turn you back the way you're supposed to be. By the way, I just absolutely love my hanging shelf. I love it. It's a 3-shelf hanging. You could do whatever you want with it as far as like what you want to put on it. I decided to put plants on it. And obviously these, all 3 shelves, the plants look like doo-doo. So, yeah. Anyway, my Hoya. Okay, so now you're gonna get 3 in 1 because they're in this hanging pot, and I'm not going to take it down. So starting from the bottom, this is my Hoya Crimson Princess, another Hoya Crimson Queen, and my Hoya, oh, I can't remember, something Splash. Oh, darn it. I do know the name, I just can't remember. If it comes to me while I'm yapping, I will tell you. So, and I apologize for the way this is set up. I meant to do this while the sun was up, and I don't know what's going on with my focus with my plant. What is going on? Why are you doing that? Is it trying to compete with the outside? Oh boy, let me see something. Okay, I had to turn the light off behind me, I think, to stop that refocus thing that was going on. Anyway, this is my Crimson Princess. It is doing the best out of all 3 here. This is what I call my Hoya hanging planter, since all plants are Hoyas. They're all doing well, except for one, the princess. I'm sorry, the queen. Here's what I was talking about before. See how I can fold that? Now, when I repotted these, I did not repot them in my Oh Happy Plant soil because I didn't know about the company at the time. And I'm feeling like I may repot these again, just because I don't know what's going on. Some of my leaves, you know, you can see, sorry, that's the prince, that's the queen. Can you see how the leaves are wrinkled? It's not picking up very well, but the leaves are very wrinkled, and I have concerns about whether or not all the roots are absorbing the water up. And because the pots do not have drainage holes, I try not to water it too much. And I don't want to assume just because like this leaf isn't getting anything, you know, or soft like this, that, you know, this one feels a lot firmer. So does this one. I mean, they're still bending, but they're going to bend. This leaf is a little different. When I press on it, it feels much firmer. And though it probably could use a drink. Overall, though, this plant is doing very well. I love the way it looks in here. I love that it's vining downward, though I have to rethink whether or not I want to repot it, because I think I don't know. I think some of the roots are just not getting what it needs. Hence this one, I don't know what's going on. I lost so much of this plant, so much of it. Like this stem looks like it's about to go bye-bye as well. This one looks happier, but this feels paper thin. And again, I can't just keep watering thinking that is the problem. I really think I need to check to make sure the roots are receiving what it needs, because this too has very wrinkled leaves. And I don't really know, like all of them feel so thin. I don't know what's going on. Last but not least, whose name I still cannot remember. Shame on me, because I always remember the name of this one, and today I'm not. She was going through the same thing that I just said about the queen. And then one day I just said, let me test it. And I watered all three of them really, really well. And these leaves perked back up really, really nice. So I don't know, but she did not. I don't know what the heck is that flying around. She did not. So something's going on with her. This one, she's good. She's happy. And, you know, she's got a leaf in here that's, you know, needing to say peace out. And that's okay. These three have been living in here for some time now. It's been a few years, maybe more. No, before the pandemic. So definitely at least 5 years. And they've been good. Outside my window, sorry for that lighting. Outside my window, this area receives the sun setting. So it's actually a southwest facing window. So it does get good light. So everything in here is usually growing better than all of my plants anywhere, because it gets the best light. And therefore, I try to put as many plants in here, hence all of this over here, which I need to redo. There's a lot of I need to redo some stuff over here. Anyway, back to these three. We're going to see what's going to happen with all of them, if they're going to stay in here, as in their pots, or am I going to put, which is, as I'm saying it, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do eventually come the spring. I'm going to take all of these out, actually make it one whole plant, and then put something in here that can start new and does appreciate the type of light that comes into this space. So there we have it, my Hoya Crimson Princess, my poor baby, wow, what just happened? Okay, I don't know what just happened. My light just went out. I don't know. Anyway, my poor Crimson Prince Queen, and you, whose name I still can't remember, but you are a Hoya something splash. All right, back with some light. I'm going to show you this next Hoya, which is spinning. And I don't know the name of this one at all, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I believe I got this, it was either Soil Vibes or Pistols Nursery. It's a slow grower for me. Though, look at the leaves on it. Look at that. Now these leaves are very firm, very firm. I think I've gotten 2, maybe 3 new leaves since I've had it. This is one of them. I think I believe this one is one of them, which is one of my biggest ones, if not the biggest leaf of them all. The way it grows, it reminds me of my Hoya Carrii, where it's just kind of going in one direction, no matter which way you look at it, front, to my left, to the back, to the right, my right. It's on the lean, you know, whatever way you want it to lean. And I'm loving that. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm major fan of full bushy plants, but those that are not meant to be bushy and just kind of just keep going in a direction, that works for me too. Now this one is in my Oh Happy Plant soil, which is a very chunky mix. I had to repot it because I don't know if I repotted the whole thing, but I know I can tell that this is my Oh Happy Plant mix because of all of that chunkiness in there. Most of it is chunky. They do not use perlite. Mainly, I don't remember off the top of my head, but they don't use perlite. So if you see anything white in there that is not perlite, I don't remember what that is exactly, and I appreciate this soil mix because after I repotted it, I did get 2 new leaves, and like I said, this one is my largest one, and that happened after I repotted it. So that's me, you know, showing off, doing the dance. I got another text, sorry. And no blooms, no peduncles yet. I'm waiting to see what happens over the fall. I will say, when it does happen, I'm really going to talk smack. I don't know what the blooms look like on this particular Hoya. I don't even, like I said, know the name of it, so I don't know what to look up. There are several that look like this on the leaves, though Hoya are similar to Aglaonemas for me, where there's very similar looking leaves, and I just feel like my light went down. Anyway, there's a lot of similarity about the leaves. The shapes maybe just a little different. You see these are pointy. See, it just came up. I'm not bugging. It just went up again. Okay, y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. I'm gonna just keep going. Ooh, alrighty then. Yeah, so there may be some that's long like this. They may be smaller. Some may be pointy. Some may be flat. Some may be round. Some may have a different kind of shape. Did my light go down again? I'm going to move on because I feel like that's a sign. There's a ghost in here that is like, girl, keep going. It's time to go. It's already nighttime and the video's long. Move on. Okay, my battery died. I was doing something. Anyway, this is the last Hoya. I thought the one before that was the last one, and I was going to end this video. That's when the battery died. Then I realized I have 2 more Hoyas, and I'm going to show them to you quickly because I don't think the battery is going to hold on long enough. Anyway, it's this Hoya here. I got this from Soil Vibes. I was being a bad plant parent, and I ignored this for months, knowing it needed repotting. Look how thin this leaf is. This is one of the original leaves. It's still here, though it's probably thin as paper right now. Here's another one. It's just so flimsy. And I finally repotted it, and these leaves were almost getting as thin as this, and now it's doing much better. In fact, these leaves are even real good. Well, that's new. But anyway, I feel the difference. They don't feel as papery thin. They are still thin, so they just need a little time to adjust to the new soil, but they are already looking better. And I'm going to be nicer to this Hoya. I don't know what this is though. I don't think I ever knew what this is. And I feel like if I find out, I will put it in on the screen. Though if you don't see me put the name on the screen and I don't announce it, it's more than likely because I forgot. So yeah, if anyone knows what this one is called, please tell me below. This one has never bloomed. Like I said, I don't even know what to really say about this one because so I'm just gonna move on to the next one because like I said, the battery is limited right now. I need to charge it. So let's go on to the next Hoya. And this is the next Hoya. This one is another one. I forget to water it. I don't know. I have it in a bad spot. I really need to put it in a different location because the main reason why I forget to water this one is because out of sight, out of mind. And I end up with a lot of this and this inside of it. Yeah, you know, it was fuller. You can see this, you know, kind of an opening here. Let's just drop that. This opening that is right here, that wasn't there when I first got it. It is pushing out new leaves though. These are new leaves. These leaves are very firm and strong. This too, on the back end of it, you will see over here that there's like a very dark line around the rim of the leaf, and or dark green. I guess it depends on where it's at in its growing stage. So, and then it kind of reminds me of the crinkly Hoya. I know it's not that one, though it does remind me of it because of the deviations within the leaves. That is very similar to the Hoya crinkle something. When I grabbed it, that's what I thought it was, and then when I took a better look at it, I realized that it wasn't, though it didn't deter me from getting it because clearly I got it, and it still is a Hoya. So it's a decent grower as far as speed grows. This is one of them though that has more of a bushy fullness to it, unless it's just, it could be when they repotted this in here to sell, they just put a bunch of stems in here because there are still a lot of stems within here. I'm gonna say it at least maybe 10 or more, and there was even more, but you know, I lost some in that center part, not center, but in the pot. So simple green, no variegation, nothing special, has not bloomed for me yet, no peduncles. I'm hoping that I will see something next year sometime, when I do forget to water, this happens too. So that's a dead sign that I need to pay attention more. And there we have it. That is this Hoya, because I don't know the name. Oh wait, is there something on here? Wait a minute now. I love when they put these little stickers on here that tells you absolutely nothing about the plant. You see that? Can you see what it says? It's probably too blurry. So I paid $20 for it because it was much bigger, fuller. And it says exotic angel plants grown by Costa Farms. What does that mean? Like, if you're not gonna put the name of the plant on the pot, you know, if you're not gonna tell me the name, don't put anything. That's just, that's useless. If I was new, if I didn't know what this was and I was looking for it, but I wasn't sure, whatever the reason is, why would you not put the name? What does exotic angel plant mean? You know, anyway, moving on. All right, guys, this is truly the end of the video. And if you made it this far, I hope you have considered to subscribe to my channel. Definitely like this video. It really helps me. And do all of the great things. Comment, share, click the bell. And I think that's everything. And if it's not, I'm sorry. I just don't remember. Either way, guys, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you all. And I hope you stay blessed. Something I haven't said in a while is keep planting. Keep planting, everybody. Boo boy, boy. Boo boy.